Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Math with Mullins. Today we're going to be looking at our lesson 2.3 two-dimensional figures, and our main goal of this one is to be able to find perimeters, circumferences, and areas of two-dimensional geometric shapes, and then be able to calculate measures of real-world objects. We've got a few vocabulary terms first. We're going to start with polygon. A polygon would just be a closed plane figure with at least three sides. At least three sides would mean starting out as a triangle. You can do squares, you can do pentagons, just as long as they have closed planes with at least three sides. Perimeter is the sum of the lengths of the sides of a polygon, so we can have like the perimeter of a triangle, ABC, where we have A plus B plus C is equal to the perimeter. Circumference is the distance around a circle, and we use a formula called the circumference formula. I'm going to draw a circle first and label a few things. So this length right here from the center to the edge is the radius, and the line that goes through the entire center of the circle is diameter. So we can find circumference by either doing pi times diameter or 2 times pi times radius, where pi is equal to 3.14. Okay, and then area is the number of square units needed to cover a surface. We're going to talk about triangles area. Triangles area is just going to be 1/2 base times height. We also have parallelograms or squares, and that one is going to be base times height. And then we have circles, and circles we're going to use pi times radius squared. So make sure you have those 4 things filled in for your vocabulary terms, pictures, definitions, and when you're ready to go on, click play. All right, so we're going to find the perimeter and the area of this shape. It does look like a parallelogram, so perimeter we're just going to be adding up all the sides, and then area we'll be doing base times height. We're going to go and find the measurement of DC first, and if you want to skip ahead just to see how it's done, but I'm going to go 1 minus 5, those are my x values, plus 7 minus 3, and that'll be -4 squared plus another 4 squared, or 16 and 16, which makes 32, and the square root of 32 is going to be about 5.7. So I'm going to go and label this length as 5.7. Then let's just go right around. Let's go with CB next. CB, I'm going to do 5 minus 0 squared plus 3 minus -2 squared, and that's going to be 5 squared and -5 squared, or 25 plus 25. So we're going to get the square root of 50, which is about 7.1. And we can continue to go around and around for these. So CB would just be, or we just did CB. AB, we'll be doing AB next. So -4 minus 0 squared plus 2 minus -2 squared. So -4 squared plus 4 squared, or 16 plus 16. So again, we're getting that matching opposite side. It's about 5.7. And then AD is also going to end up being that same thing. -4 minus 1 squared plus 2 minus 7 squared, -5 squared for both of these, or 25 plus 25. So we're getting square root of 50, which is about 7.1. Okay, so to get my perimeter, I'm going to come down here and say perimeter. You can just add them all together, or what I did is I said 2 times 7.1 plus 2 times 5.7. And that's going to be 14.1 and 11.4, which is going to give me about 25.6 units. Okay. And then for area, I'm going to be doing essentially base times height. So 5.7 times 7.1, and that's going to give me about 40.47 square units. Okay. Onward to the next example, we have example 2, find the circumference and the area. So circumference can be found if we take the distance of CD, which is going to be our radius. So let's do that first. So 4 minus 6, square that, plus 8 minus 3 and square that. So I'm going to get negative 2 squared plus 5 squared, or 4 squared, or 2 squared is 4, 5 squared is 25, so about 29. So we're finding the radical 29, which is about 5.4. So from here to here, 5.4 units. Okay, so to find circumference, I'm going to use the 2 times pi times radius formula. So 2 times 3.14 times 5.4. We're going to get about 33.912 units. It didn't tell us what to round to, so I'm just going to show everything there. And then for area, we're showing pi times radius squared, so 3.14 times 5.4 squared, or 91.5624 units squared. Okay, our last one is a triangle, finding perimeter and area again. So just for the sake of time here, we're going to show SR's length. SR, I'm going to go from negative 4 minus negative 8, squaring that, and then 5 minus negative 3 squared. Negative 4 minus negative 8 actually is plus positive, so that's 4 squared, and then 5 plus 3 is 8 squared. So 16 plus 64, which is about 80. So the square root of 80 is going to be about 8.9. So from S to R, I'm going to write 8.9 here. And then we'll do R to T. RT, negative 8 minus 6, squaring that, plus negative 3 minus negative 5, squaring that. We're going to get negative 14 squared, and then 2 squared. So 196 plus 4, which is 200. So the square root of 200 is going to be about 14.1. And wouldn't you know, the same distance from R to T is also the same distance for T to S. So T to S, if you plug those in, 6 minus negative 4, squaring that, plus negative 5 minus 5 squared, 10 squared, and we're going to have another 10 squared. So 100 plus 100, which is 200, or 14.1. Okay. The other thing we're going to need to find is the height for the area. So that's from Q to T. So QT is going to be negative 6 minus 6 squared plus 1 minus negative 5 squared. So that is negative 12 squared plus 6 squared, or 144 plus 36. And we're going to get about 180, kind of running out of room here. 180. Square root of 180 is about 13.4. So Q to T is 13.4. So perimeter, we have 14.1 times 2 plus 8.9. We're going to end up getting 37.1 units. Okay, and then area, I'll do this in pink right here. Area is 1/2 base times height, so 8.9 times 13.4, and I'm getting roughly 59.63 square units. Okay, so the tricky part was just using the distance formula and applying it to lengths of shapes, but once you apply it, it actually ends up being a little bit easier. So thanks so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next time for our Unit 1 review. Have a great day.